Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Media Center at the 2025 FM Championship. I am pleased to be joined by the 2025 CPKC Women's Open champion, Brooke Henderson. Brooke, you had a pretty unbelievable week last week. Have you had the chance to kind of reflect, or has it settled in at all?
I think being back to work and being here this week has definitely brought things back down to reality a little bit for me. But it was just like such a dream come true last week. Everything went so well. After the first 9 holes on Thursday, everything was just seemed to be going my way and meant to be. And the crowds and the fans, they were so phenomenal. The Brooke Brigade were out in full force, and it was just so much fun to give them lots to cheer about. And hoist the trophy again. It just meant so much to me.
Now that you have another win under your belt, does that kind of reframe the rest of your season?
For sure. Even before last week, I was really excited for the rest of the season, competing an international crown for the world team. That's going to be a huge highlight of the season. And, I was looking forward to hopefully playing well enough to get into, Asia and CME at the end of the year. And after the win last week, I'm in a good spot now. So that is definitely a huge relief for me. I feel like I can play a little bit more, not carefree, but a little bit more free and maybe light, which is always ideal when you're playing golf, because you don't want to be too stressed. But I'm just super excited for what the rest of the year holds, and I'm excited to be invited back to Tournament of Champions in January.
At this time, we'll move to any media in the room.
Tournament of Champions, that was your last win on the LPGA before the CPKC. Can you just put into perspective the last couple years? I know it's probably not was not the most fun for you, but how much did it mean to just finally get that 14th win and kind of get that monkey off your back?
Yeah, for sure. I'm really proud of being able to win again and come back strong after 2 or a couple of years where it wasn't my strongest play out there. I just didn't feel quite like myself, and it was tough at times for sure, but I just had such a great support team around me, my family, my sister, great team, and we just kept trying to work hard and kept going, and I'm grateful that I was given the strength and the courage to be back in the position in contention. I thank God. I'm just really grateful. He was with me definitely these last couple of years, especially, just helping me pull through. And, to get that win finally felt so amazing. And, I'm just, like I said, excited for what the rest of the season holds and future years.
What's been clicking for you recently? I know you kind of teed yourself up for that victory in your press conference last week. What's been working that you just have seen the light at the end of the tunnel, as we say?
I think the big thing for me was my mindset and just mentally being in a good frame of mind. And I feel like I've been working really diligently on that. And so to see it really all work out last week was great, kind of in the heat of the moment, under pressure, and, being able to perform in contention. So, that was really huge for me. But just like all parts of my game, I was just trying to improve, trying to be a little bit more consistent and get back to where it needed to be at the top of the leaderboard. And so, last week, like I said, it was just like a dream. It was perfect. So I'm excited to be here this week in Boston and, hopefully just keep the momentum going.
Tournament debut, obviously couldn't play here last year with the Olympics. What have you thought of TPC Boston so far in the FM Championship?
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. It's a beautiful golf course, and being able to see the holes and try to decide how we're going to play it, because I feel like you could play it in different styles. So it's been really interesting, and it's going to be fun to kind of go through some strategy with my sister and my dad later today. But it's pretty cool because I used to play a junior golf tournament here way back in the day, and after we finished playing, we would come out and watch the men play. And so the last 4 holes I remember seeing when I was pretty young. So it's just really cool to kind of be full circle, and now being able to compete here on the LPGA Tour.
And if I could just ask one more, a strategy off the tee here is going to be so critical to success for somebody that's really aggressive off the tee. What are you and Britt looking at to kind of make sure you set yourself up for success with your tee shot?
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely a couple different routes you could go with it, pretty conservative or pretty aggressive. And I feel like it kind of just depends on each hole here. There's some holes I think, you can be pretty aggressive, and other holes where maybe par is good, just being really methodical and strategic about where you're placing the ball, and, hopefully you're able to execute those shots.
I wanted to ask you, you mentioned your mindset, right? Now coming off of this momentum, how does that affect your mindset? Do you find it shifts, and what changes given how well you've played and coming off a win?
Yeah, even like day to day, like yesterday I was really confident and like really feeling good. And then today I'm like, okay, I got to play again tomorrow. Like it's back to reality. Like I have to go out and compete against the best in the world tomorrow. So I feel like it's really important to kind of take that confidence and the momentum and like the good energy that I had last week and remember all the things that I did correctly, and be proud of those, but then also be able to like reset and know that this is totally different. Everyone starts at even par tomorrow morning, and you got to go out and you try to do it again.
How do you balance refocusing and taking that confidence? Is there something you try and... I don't know how to really ask that question, so I'm sorry, but how do you balance those two?
Yeah, I feel like that's the key. Like every single week, every single player out here is trying to balance like... the mental game is so tough, and I think that's what makes golf so difficult a lot of the time is the mental game, the like 6 inches between the ears. So I think that's the question, just like always trying to figure out what works for you and how to keep it going once you find it.
A lot has been made of this tournament. I mean, the purse, the amenities, everything that's been done to be here. What do you make of the field, and what do you make of your experience here? Do you view this as a premier tournament?
Yeah, for sure. I've only been here 2 days, and I've been so impressed with everything that FM Global is doing for the players. They're treating us so well. We're on an amazing golf course. The purse is really big, so hopefully I can take part in some of that. But it's just amazing how they've elevated the women's game, and I'm excited to see this tournament play out this week, but then also in future years.
Was this an event that you had circled on your calendar?
Yeah, I love coming to Boston, and it's pretty close to home too, which makes it pretty nice. And just hearing all the amazing things that FM Global is doing for the players is definitely an event that I wanted to be a part of.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, sorry I'm late. I was curious what the evening was like. What was the celebration like? And were you able? You said the last time you won that event, you woke up in the morning thinking you still had to play again. What was it like when you woke up the next morning? When did it sink in?
Yeah, it was pretty busy, honestly, Sunday night, but it was really cool because I had a lot of family and friends that were able to watch the win, and so they were able to like hang out in the clubhouse and just really have a good time, and so it was really cool to share the victory with everyone. And then we actually drove home to close to Ottawa on Sunday night, so it was a super late night. I was very exhausted, but it was like, it took a long time for it to kind of like sink in, like, oh, we're done and we actually did this. Now, fortunately, I woke up Monday morning and I didn't think I still had to play the final round, and I was so grateful for that because it was terrifying in 2018 when that happened.
A really interesting stat came out after you won, thanks to Justin Ray, the stats guru, that since 2015, you're the best closer on tour, closing a 54-hole lead. What does that mean to you, and what did it feel like making those putts that you needed to make down the stretch?
Right. That's a really cool stat. I'm proud of that. That's pretty fun. And yeah, on the back nine on Sunday, I did have quite a few putts that were like pretty clutch. Even like early in the rounds when Minjee made birdie on 2, and then I was able to make it on top of her. I feel like that was a really key moment, and that was like the second hole, just to kind of like keep pace and make sure that I wasn't getting behind. And then on 17, seeing her roll that putt in, I like had a feeling like I feel like in those moments you have to expect the other person to make it, and then as soon as she did, I was like, okay, I gotta make this too. So to see that one go in, and then to make a par on 18 after not a great tee shot, I feel like again was pretty clutch. So I was like really proud of that, and I'm just excited that I was able to perform on the back nine as well as I did. It was kind of like my former self, and that felt good.
At this point, we're going to move to any questions that are on Zoom. Jason Logan from Score Golf, you're good to unmute. Just a second, Jason. Will you try that again? Jason, do you want to try that one more time? Sorry.
Hello? Hello?
You're good. You can go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Brooke.
Hi.
If you go all the way back to your days as a junior golfer, do you have any idea how many tournaments you have won in your lifetime?
Oh, no, sorry. I don't know if I would have an accurate number on that.
what-
I did win
what's
quite a
your-
bit as a junior, which was fun. But no,
Do you have an
sorry.
estimate?
I don't know. 14 out here.
When you think about when you won as a junior, is it a different feeling now as a professional, or is it the same feelings that you had when you would win junior tournaments?
I feel like any win, you feel very excited and you kind of that adrenaline rush, and you gain a lot of confidence from it. So I don't feel like that has changed at all. Even my first win when I was like 9, I think, to now, it's just like, yeah, you feel that rush and you want to be at the top.
I just quickly want to pick up on Beth Ann's question about your ability to close. Do you have theories as to why you always play so well under those pressure situations when you get in the hunt like that, at the CPKC or the majors you've won?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of that. That's like really cool. I feel like when I have an opportunity, I definitely try to capitalize on it, and I have been able to do that pretty well. I mean, other than that, I'm not sure. The only thing with that stat, I was like, well, maybe I should be putting myself in contention more because it's only like 12 times or something. But yeah, I mean, I'm really grateful that every time I have been in that position, I've been able to like play really well when I needed to, and come out on top so many times. I think that's really cool, especially against the best players in the world. And I think that is a lot of mental strength, and I'm grateful that I've been able to perform under that pressure.
Okay, thank you.
All right, John Chidley Hill with the Canadian Press. Go ahead and unmute.
Hey, Brooke, long time no talk. Obviously, your career has really been built off of your ability to drive off the tee, attacking.
Sorry,
off
John.
the
I think
tee.
we're having a little bit of trouble hearing you.
Oh, okay, that's strange. I will try to be louder, I guess.
It's okay.
You've built your career off of the tee with your drives, but on Sunday it was really your putting that carried the day. What's that say about your evolution as a golfer?
Yeah, definitely ball striking and off the tee has always been a huge strength of mine, and I feel like since the start of my career, I've always been working on the short game, especially trying to clean it up and be more consistent. And so to see that really come through this past week was really exciting. I feel like it's hard work paying off, and finally having things click is really exciting. And
Given this week was your decision to honor this commitment and play in Boston this week.
Yeah, I mean, right after I won on Sunday, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. It was such a huge week for me. I was very busy, and just emotionally it took a lot out of me. So it would have been very understandable, I think, to take this week off and rest up. But I knew this event was a great event, and I was excited to have the opportunity to come play here. And so, I just decided just to try to keep things going. I felt like it would be good for me to get back into, not reality, but like kind of get back to work and kind of focus in on the things that I need to focus on. And so we decided to make this choice. And so we took Monday off and then just drove up yesterday morning. So it has been very busy the last 2 days, just getting everything done and prepped for tomorrow.
Thanks, Brooke.
Bob Weeks, go ahead and unmute.
All right, thank you. Hi, Brooke. 2 quick questions for you. One is, where's your energy level at right now? Maybe you can answer that one first, and I'll follow up after.
Yeah, I am definitely tired, but I'm looking forward to getting some good rest later this afternoon and tonight. It's an early tea time tomorrow, so go to bed pretty early and try to recover as much as I can. I feel like last week was just such a huge week, and it just took so much out of my whole team, like mentally, physically, emotionally. So I think it is really important just to kind of like try to recover that going to tomorrow. But I'm also like really excited to be here, and so I feel like that's kind of countering some of the fatigue a little bit. But yeah, I'm just hoping that we can kind of keep this momentum going, hit a lot of fairways, hit a lot of greens, and see what we can do this week.
And of course, everybody wants to know, how many pops did you drink on Sunday evening?
Just the one. I was good.
What flavor was it?
It was a Sprite.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really good.
We have that on the record. Thanks.
All right, Adam Stanley, go ahead and unmute.
Just the Sprite. No.
Now I can hear you. Yep.
Brooke, I know you had the one top 10 early on in the season at the match play event, and then essentially your second top 10 of the season came to you essentially winning a major championship, winning the CPKC Women's Open. So how are you planning on capitalizing on this momentum and maybe, just having a really, really strong end of the season here, including now obviously the guaranteed spot in the CME Tour Championship at the end of the year as well?
Yeah, I'm super excited for the rest of the season. Hopefully finishing strong, continuing on this momentum this week here, hopefully getting off to a good start tomorrow, Thursday, and, carrying it through the weekend. Ideally, I would be back in contention this weekend, but, first things first, trying to get off to a good start tomorrow. But International Crown I'm really super excited for that. I feel like we have a great team, and I feel like we could do really well. I always love playing the Asian events, so I'm looking forward to at least playing the other Korean event and possibly Malaysia too, two of my favorites, and then finishing off in Florida later this year. So I feel like there's lots of good things to look forward to, lots of things to kind of try to build the game for, and yeah, I'm pretty pumped to put myself back in a position where I'm going to be invited to some of these things.
Awesome. Thanks, Brooke. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Brooke.
Thank you.
Yes.